Jacob Melendez from the Tech Support Department. We're actually going to go over the installation of the NEAT speaker today. The NEAT speakers will be available in sizes 7 and 8. So let's go ahead and get started with the template cutout. Now that we have the proper template, we'll go ahead and make the cutout for the NEAT speaker. The next step in the NEAT speaker installation is the installation of the bracket itself. For any drywall that's going to be thicker than 1/2 inch, you will not need the spacer, which is sold separately. For our installation, we will cover the spacer installation also on the bracket itself, and we are working with 1/2 inch drywall. So you'll notice that the spacer does come with a label that says these screws located here on the bracket must be removed first, and this side needs to be facing out so that when the screws are reinserted into the bracket, that everything is flush. So now we're done is on the spacers, which are sold separately, onto the bracket themselves. We'll go ahead and continue with the installation. They're going to go in as 2 separate halves, and once they're inside of the cutout, we'll go ahead and clamp them together, and then we'll actually adhere the spacers themselves or the bracket right onto the drywall. You'll also notice this template will come in the box. This is actually absolutely ideal for the adhering of the bracket itself to the front of the drywall. Keep in notice these tabs. They need to line up with these speaker tabs that we have here also on the bracket. That way we make sure that we're not drilling into the actual clamping part of the bracket itself. So the next step after we adhere the bracket itself to the front of the drywall is we'll go ahead and remove the template itself, and we'll actually caulk in the gap in between the bracket and the rest of the drywall. So now we've allowed our caulk to cure. The next step will be to mud around the bracket and the drywall so we have a nice seamless installation. So now that our mud is set, we're going to continue the installation process with a light sanding. So now that we're done with sanding, we'll continue the process by priming and then painting. So now that our paint is set, we'll continue the installation process by actually installing the NEAT speaker. So this concludes the installation process of the NEAT speaker. They're available in 2 sizes, 7 and 8. The NEAT 7s are available in 2, 3, and 5 models, while the 8s are available in 1, 3, and 5. A couple footnotes: the bracket itself and the spacer are sold separately from the speaker. One thing that you did notice throughout the videos, we installed a in-ceiling speaker and an in-wall just for convenience. The installation of the in-wall or in-ceiling speakers is identical. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at techtips@speakercraft.com. Thanks.